Sakshi, come inside.
Thank you, sir. Good morning.
Sit down.
Thank you, sir.
So you are Sakshi, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Sakshi, how are you?
I'm fine, sir. Thank
So
you.
how has been your experience in the SSB till now?
So it's been a great experience, and I have made many friends here, and I got to learn many things in SSB. So overall, it's a great experience.
Okay, that's very nice to hear. Okay, so Sakshi, how was your experience till now in the SSB?
So it's been a great experience, and I have learned many things here, and I've made many friends.
Okay, nice to hear that you are enjoying your experience
Yes,
in SSB. And Sakshi, you come from which place?
So I come from a suburban area, it's Khilari, district Ranchi, Jharkhand.
Okay, so Ranchi is the capital of Jharkhand, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
And I have heard it become very famous because of Dhoni.
Yes, sir.
So tell me some interesting facts about Ranchi, and suppose I go there to Ranchi as a tourist. What all places will you recommend me that I should see?
So Ranchi is also known as the city of waterfalls. There are many waterfalls here. And Dhoni, the cricketer, as we all know that he's India's #1 cricketer. So he's from here. And there are many sports personalities like Deepika Kumari, she is an archer, and hockey player Jaipal Singh, one hockey player, female hockey player Asunta Lakra, and one mountaineering. She's. So I'm not able to recall the name.
Okay, nice. I did know that these people belong to Ranchi. I only knew about Dhoni.
Yes,
and
sir.
what about the places that you recommend I should see?
So here in Ranchi, there's a largest aquarium in Ranchi, so you can see that, and Rock Garden, Tagore Hill are the places where we can visit.
But you also mentioned about Ranchi being a place of waterfalls.
Yes, sir.
So which waterfalls are famous in Ranchi?
So Hunter Fall, Desham Fall, and Mahadev Falls.
Okay.
So, other falls.
They are good.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very nice. Okay, Sakshi, so we will start the interview.
Yes.
So, suppose you tell me initially about your academic background, okay?
Yes, sir.
So, tell me the marks which you got from starting from class 8 onwards, okay?
Yes, sir.
The subjects you liked, any subject you did not like. Then tell me about the teachers, okay?
Yes,
Any
sir.
teacher that you especially loved, and any teacher who did not impress you, okay? Then tell me about your friends in your school. And then tell me about your participation in sports and extracurricular activities, okay? And you may also tell me about your career options. So tell me about your academic profile on
Yes.
these things.
So from 8th standard, I've been studying from Devi School, Khilari.
Very nice.
So I have passed my 10th standard from that school. And in 8th standard, there was board examination, and in 8th standard, I scored 93%.
Oh, well, you did very well.
Yes, sir. And in 10th standard, in board examination, I scored 89.8%.
Oh, very good, very nice.
And I had lots of friends there, and Khilari I made. Actually, the lots of friends that they came from CISF camp.
Okay.
And in Khilari, there's a place called Dakra, and there's a CISF camp, and most of the students were from that.
Okay.
So I made many friends from that background, defense background, and I got to know about many things about CISF from them.
Okay.
And teachers who I liked the most. So there was my English teacher, her name is Shweta Ojha. So she was one of my favorite teachers. Actually, she was like my friend, and whatever problems I faced during my school days, I used to share with her, and she used to solve all of it.
Very nice.
So, and talking about my education, my interests and hobbies. So I have been in martial arts, wushu, and in 7th standard, I played state level, and I have won silver
And I
medal.
must say, very commendable for a girl,
Yes,
to be
sir.
participating in martial arts. Very nice.
Yes, sir. And in 10th standard, I played taekwondo, and in which I won bronze medal.
Oh, very nice, very nice. Good. Go ahead, please.
Yes, sir. And my hobbies are to sing. Singing is my hobby, and my interest and reading books.
Okay, very nice.
Yes.
Okay. So, anything that you have missed out from the series of questions I asked you?
Yes, sir. About my friends.
Okay.
My friends. So I had one friend. Her name was Ridhima Banwal, and her father was inspector in CISF.
Okay.
So she was my best friend in 10th standard, and we used to study together for board examination, and whatever problems we faced in our education, whatever topics we were not understanding, so we used to just talk on that topic and then solve the problems.
So your best friend name is Ridhima.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very nice.
And my achievements like in school days that I have been awarded a best anchor award in school and best promising speakers award, and I've won many debate competitions like 2 to 3 debates. I've given 2 to 3 debates.
Very nice. I see that you have been all rounder, good in
Yes,
academics, good in sports,
Yes.
and also good in extracurricular activities. Very nice, very nice. Oh, then tell me about your career options. I asked you that question.
Yes, sir. My career option. So, I want to become an officer in Indian Army and through NDA, to National Defence Academy. And after going in Indian Army, I want to join the intelligence unit of Indian Army.
Okay. So, what motivates you to join the Indian Army as an officer?
So what motivates me to join the Indian Army as an officer is like I was since my childhood, I was very inspired by those officers I looked at. So it was my aim that I want to become an officer one day. So when I came in 9th standard, when I came to know about NDA, then it was not that time it was not allowed for girls, and suddenly I got a news that it is allowed for girls. So I was very excited. Then I thought that now I'll go for NDA.
Okay, that's very nice. And I'm very sure if you aim high, you will achieve that, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very nice. So, suppose you clear the UPSC and the SSB and you become an officer after NDA training.
Yes, sir.
So, which branch of army you want to join and why?
So, which branch of army I would like to join? If I'm selected in Indian Army, then I would like to join the Gurkha Regiment. Gurkha Regiment because it's a regiment of the first Field Marshal Sam Manekshaw, and he says that like Gurkhas never fear of death. So that is the main motive that I want to join Gurkha Regiment.
Very nice that you want to join the most difficult arm of the Indian Army, the infantry and the Gurkhas. But as of now, girls are not allowed to the infantry. Okay, I must tell you this. So, with this information, now which branch you want to join?
So with this information, I would like to go in the services. In the services like in intelligence unit of Indian Army.
Okay.
So there I would like to serve in that.
Okay, very nice. Okay, Sakshi, very nice to know about your academic profile and such things. Let's talk about your family now.
Yes, sir.
So tell me who are the members in your close family, your parents, your brother, sister, what are the educational qualification, and tell me also who is very close to you.
Yes.
Emotionally, when you have an issue to discuss some confidential issue, who do you approach first and why? Okay.
Yes,
then you can tell me in your place where you stay, you must be having a separate set of friends from the school.
Yes.
Tell me, who are they, what do you do along with them in your spare time.
Yes.
Okay. You can also tell me about the routine which you follow when you go home, especially on a holiday. What kind of routine you follow? So you can tell me all these things, okay? And possibly you can also let me know how do you spend some pocket money which you get. Your parents must be giving you some money,
Yes, sir.
isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So how much money do you get or ask? How do you spend that? So tell me all these issues about your family.
Yes, sir. So I come from a joint family, and it consists of 21 members.
21?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's a really large family.
Yes, sir. I come from a joint family.
Very nice to see a family like this nowadays.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So it includes my grandfather, my grandmother. My father is the eldest one among all the.
So all of you stay in one roof only?
No, sir.
Okay.
Actually, we don't stay in one room because of jobs. My uncle stays like in Ranchi. One of my uncles stays here in Ranchi, and one of my uncles stays. It's a very quite a distance from my.
Okay, understood. Okay,
yes.
fine.
So my father is the eldest one, and then my father's name is Manoj Kumar Yadav, and his education qualification is that he has passed 10th standard, and then now he's a businessman.
Okay.
And talking about my mother, then she's graduate in sociology, and she's a homemaker.
Okay.
And I have 2 brothers and sister, the 2 younger brothers and sister. My younger brother's name is Abhay Kumar Yadav, and he is in 2nd standard.
Okay.
And one of my younger sister's name is Trishul Kumar Yadav, and she's studying in 9th standard.
Okay.
And the very close member from my family is my father, and he's also an idol person in my life.
Okay.
Actually, he has inspired me a lot to do many things. He has never discriminated between like if I'm a girl, then I cannot do anything. So he has never seen me that way.
That's very nice.
Yes, sir.
Very nice to hear this.
And like whatever I wanted to do, I said to my father that I want to do martial arts, and he said, okay, you can go for that. And I said that him that I want to join Indian Army. So he said that yeah, okay, you can go there. So he never doubted my potentials. He always.
In fact, he has encouraged you to do what
Yes,
you wanted to do.
Yes,
very
sir.
nice, very nice. Okay.
And my friend, in my neighborhood, I have one friend. Her name is Sanjeevani, and she is only 1 day elder to me.
Okay.
Only 1 day, and
Okay.
that is what, and we don't know that when we became friends.
Okay.
So that was that. In spare time, what I do that we and Sanjeevani, I and Sanjeevani, we go to like to shops to eat something, any snacks or buy something, and then we just take a round of playground. There's a playground, small playground, and then we play badminton, kabaddi sometimes. So that's how I spend my spare time with her.
Okay.
And now like the most I'm not getting.
You are not able to recall all the questions. Okay, so I'll help you. I asked you firstly, who within your family is the person that you are emotionally very close to, and you approach him or her when you have an issue to talk about. And secondly, I asked you to tell me about your routine on in your home, right from morning to evening. These two things you left out. Please tell me.
Yes, sir. So emotionally, I'm very close to my father. He's the one. So he understands me very well.
Okay.
In whatever situation arises, whatever difficulties I face, he helps me a lot there, and he just teaches me a good lessons. Whatever problems are there, he tells me that you have to face this. You'll get to learn many things. Like talking about in state level competition, I was very nervous, and I said to my father that I don't want to go to play a state level. Then he said that he encouraged me, no, you can do that, and then I did my best there.
Okay.
And my routine in my home. So when I was in my home, so what was my routine was like I used to get up early in the morning, and I used to run and then do some exercises, and then I used to go to my school and then come home and study and have study what and then I in my spare time what I used to do is to read books, and I also used to do gardening.
Okay, gardening also. Very nice, very nice. But very interesting that you are very close to your father. Very nice to hear that. But most children tell me that they are very close to their mother.
Yes.
So why are you more close to father and not to a mother? No, a little confidential question if I may ask you.
Yes, sir. So because in some cases like it is very opposite situation arises. Then my mother is like she becomes aggressive. Like why you did this, why not this, and my father never becomes aggressive, and he just teaches me.
Very nice to hear that. Very nice. And if I ask you any serious problem you faced in your family ever, and what did you learn from that? How did you solve that?
Yes, sir. Any serious problem, like in my board examination, I was in 10th standard, so I had to do sports, and I also had to manage my board examination at the same time. So that was something which made a very lot of pressure on my mind, and then I was very pressurized and tense. So my father told me that you can manage both, so go for it. Don't worry much. So during my pre-boards, I didn't study much because of my sports. My competition was closed.
Yeah,
so
it's a lot of your time.
Yes, sir. So that is why, and that was the time when I was not able to perform good in pre-boards. So that was the time.
Okay, but eventually I see you got very good marks in your 10th, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Very good, very nice. Okay, Sakshi. So I have got to know about your family in quite a lot of detail.
Yes, sir.
Now let's talk about your spare time activities.
Yes.
So tell me what are your hobbies? How do you spend your spare time? Any books you like to read?
Yes.
Okay. How do you use the internet? Now everyone has got internet in their mobile, isn't it? So how do you use that for social media or whatever? Okay. Also tell me how do you keep yourself aware of what is happening in the world? One has to know about the news, international news, national news. So how do you get to know that? Tell me all these things.
So my hobby is singing and reading books.
Okay.
And I have read a book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, and one book it was of like what food we should eat.
Okay.
And And recently I was reading a book, The Power of Subconscious Mind. I haven't completed
Yeah,
that.
that's a very interesting book. Very
Yes, sir.
beautiful book. Okay.
Yes, I haven't completed that book yet.
Okay.
And now how I spend my spare time. So I spare if I'm sitting, sometimes I sing, or if my mood is like, so I just go for reading. And then how I keep aware myself. I use internet for that. Like when I was in my hometown, my grandfather used to bring newspapers for me, like the Hindu newspaper, to make me aware of the general knowledge. But when I came here in Ranchi, then it was not possible for me to take newspapers. So I used internet for that.
Okay, very nice, very nice. You mentioned about Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Yes, sir.
Very interesting
Yes,
book. So tell me, what lessons did you learn from this book?
So from this book, I learned that we should use our assets in such a way that they can become our liability later.
Right. Okay.
Yes,
So can you give an example of this?
Like, so if anyone buys a new home, so they take loan from bank. So when they make their new home, then what is that? They have to just pay their loans. So what the people do, that they just live in their home, and that asset, what they think is that it is their asset, it becomes liability. So what we can do is that we can put few rooms of that house.
What I am trying to convey is that we should find ways and means of earning.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. You also mentioned you like to sing.
Yes, sir.
So who is your favorite singer?
So my favorite singer is my father.
Okay.
Actually, he is also a singer.
No, but what I meant, see, you won't be recording songs, no?
Yes, sir.
When I say favorite singer is a singer whom you follow or whom you sing.
Sir, as such, I don't have any favorite singer, but I listen to song of Arijit Singh and Palak Muchal.
So that is what his favorite singer means,
Yes,
no?
sir. Yes.
Arijit Singh is famous.
Yes, sir.
The most talented their songs, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very nice. So I was talking about being aware of what is happening in the world and what is happening in the India. So tell me, nowadays this issue of Israel-Hamas is in big news.
Yes.
So if I ask you, tell me in short, what is this whole problem about? What is this issue about?
This problem is about land. Back then, Israel, Jewish people lived, and then after that, due to British colonies, Muslims stayed there. Then what happened that after that, Jewish people wanted that they have to live in that land, and then after all that, they went there. And then they lived there. So the conflict arises between two communities, and there's also a religious, there's something. I'm not able to recall that what's that called, but there's something very religious to both the communities. So that is very important for both of them. So due to land, there's been a conflict between two communities, and that's what
you
I'm trying to
answered partially, but we still have not got a full answer. So I'll give you one more opportunity.
Yes, sir.
What is this problem of land that you have mentioned?
So the problem of land is that, as I mentioned, that there is something religious to both the communities. So they want to stay there. Like Palestine people, Muslims are there in Palestine. So Muslims want to stay there. They want their own land there, and Jewish people say that it's their land.
So both of them are claiming the same land, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is different. Okay. So let's now turn our attention to our own country.
Yes,
isn't it? So many issues are there.
Yes,
so recently only, in the last 1 month or so, we had elections in many states. So can you tell me, Sakshi, which all states went for election in last 1 month or so?
So last one when I just remember that now Mizoram, Madhya Pradesh, these are the states.
Only two or more than two?
Yes, more than two. There are more than two states.
Okay.
So, but I'm not able to recall those states
Not
elections.
good. Because beside Mizoram and Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan also had or and even Telangana had a or not too well. Okay, you are wanting to join the defense forces, so you should be aware about the borders of India, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So tell me, if I ask you, what are the states of India which have got a border with China? and I'll be happy if you tell me in a sequence.
Yes, sir. Ladakh. Ladakh.
Okay.
And then comes Uttarakhand.
Okay.
Uttarakhand. And then there's so I don't like I'm not able to recall the sequence, but I'll say
Okay.
there's Ladakh.
Okay.
Uttarakhand.
Okay.
Arunachal Pradesh.
Right.
Arunachal Pradesh. And then so only 3 states.
Only 3 states. Not to worry. Not to worry. कोई बात नहीं. कोई बात नहीं. Very nice. Okay. And since you want to join the Indian Army, I must ask you some questions of Indian Army to see your knowledge, isn't it? So tell me, have you heard about CDS?
Yes.
What is CDS? Why was it not there earlier? It has been started just few years back. So tell me the whole thing about CDS.
So CDS, the full form of CDS is Combined Defense Services. So it's an entrance exam.
No, I will maybe correct myself because what you are saying is also right.
Yes.
CDS is an appointment which has been created in India, who is higher than the chief.
Yes.
So that CDS I want to know.
Okay, so
Not the CDS of exam.
Chief of Defense Staff.
Ah,
I got it, sir.
You both are CDS, so you are right.
Yes, sir.
Your last answer was not wrong.
Yes, sir.
I wanted to know about the CDS who is an appointment which is senior to the chief.
So CDS, Chief of Defense Staff, was made in 2019.
Okay.
And the first CDS of our country is General Bipin Rawat.
You are right.
So CDS was made to make the efficiency between of communication between all the 3 forces, Army, Navy, and Air Force.
Okay.
That is why CDS was made. And during a war, we have seen that there has been a lack of communication between all the 3 forces.
I agree with you. Okay.
So to the smoother communication, CDS was made.
Oh, any other task with CDS have been interested with by the government of India?
Any other tasks? So I don't.
You talked about the integration of 3 services. Very fine. इसके अलावा कोई और टास्क उनको दिया गया?
The other task of CDS is to check the defense, all the forces, like what's going on there, and is everything work is going in efficiency or not, and also to.
Okay, good. Also, let me ask you one last question about the defense forces. The present Modi government is laying a lot of emphasis on Atmanirbhar Bharat in defense. So, can you tell me some equipment which has been inducted into the defense forces as part of the Atmanirbhar Bharat? Basically it means the equipment which is made in India. Earlier we were importing it from outside.
Yes, sir.
So give me example of few.
So I have to read on that already.
Okay, not too much.
Yes.
Yeah. Very fine. Okay, Sakshi, tell me if I ask you to introspect about yourself. Okay, I ask you when you see yourself in mirror.
Yes, sir.
Tell me 2 things in your personality which you feel are your strongest issues, and 2 things in your personality which you think you are working to improve, you need to improve. So tell me this.
So whenever I see myself in the mirror, so then I just think that I've got a good personality. I'm very brave and bold.
Okay.
And my strongest point is that I'm always ready to face any situations that arises. And my weakness is that I become overexcited.
Okay.
And that is why I make mistakes.
Okay.
So this is my weakness.
So, but I asked you to give me 2 of your weaknesses.
Yes,
so one you have given.
Yes,
But tell me the second one.
The second weakness is that I panic a lot.
Okay.
Situation.
For example, give me an example when you have panicked.
So recently, I was giving one of the tests. So my syllabus was not completed. So I panicked a lot there. So that was the situation. I tried my best to calm myself and do the test. So I gave myself.
Okay, very nice. So that's good to hear all about yourself.
Yes, sir.
And so Sakshi, anything you want to ask me? I have finished with the interview now.
Yes, sir.
Anything which is there in your mind which you want to ask me?
So I want to ask that I know that I want to join defense forces. So what are the personality traits that I lack most here? Okay.
Very frankly, Sakshi, as an interviewing officer, we are not supposed to give you that.
Yes.
That will be part of my report on you.
Sir.
So this question I will not be able to answer you.
Yes, sir.
Otherwise, you are comfortable here?
Yes, sir.
Happy?
Yes.
Enjoying the your tenure in SSB?
Yes.
Okay, then all the best to you.
Thank
And
you.
I am very sure you will do well here. Okay, all the best. Take
Thank
care.
you.
Bye bye. You can please leave. Now, candidates, you have seen a very nice interview of this girl Sakshi. Now, I am very sure you would be curious to know as an interviewing officer, what is my analysis, isn't it? Was the interview good? What was good in the interview? What needs to be improved? So in next about 2 minutes, I shall talk about that. Okay. Now at the outset, I must tell you, she was a good candidate. She has given a very good interview. She was a very all-rounded personality. You would have seen that she was good in academics. She was good in sports. She has participated in many extracurricular activities, isn't it? And she has been reading books. So I think this girl has done beautifully well in the interview, and as of now she is doing very well, and I think she should be clearing the SSB. Okay, now if I may like to tell you about the issues which she needs to improve. You would have seen that she was not able to answer the questions which I asked her regarding the defense. Now please understand that anyone who wants to join the defense forces, the interviewing officer will like to know his or her knowledge. Okay, so do prepare about the defense forces. Like I asked the question about CDS, she knew only part of the answer. So try to know about the defense forces in detail. I also asked her about the Nirbhar Bharat part in the defense. She didn't know much. Okay, so try to read about what is happening in the defense forces, what is the rank structure, okay, and what are the latest things being talked about in the defense. So that is one area where she needed to improve. Okay. Then the second issue is the general awareness. Now this is a weakness in most of the candidates. You will have to start reading the newspapers. I asked her about the Hamas and the Israel problem. She was only partly aware. And again I asked her about the elections. Now this is a very live issue. Elections have just finished. Results are going to be announced tomorrow. So this is a question which should have been answered by most candidates. She didn't know. So my advice to you candidates is that keep reading. This is one thing which you can't prepare just in few days before the SSB. Keep reading widely about the defense forces, about the Army, Air Force and Navy, about what is happening in the world and in the Indian subcontinent, and you would be able to do well. She was very forthright in her answers. She was very honest, and I think she has been a very good candidate as far as I am concerned. Okay, all the best to you. Take care.
जहां बनते हैं देश के गौरव, इंडिया का एकमात्र ऐसा कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट जहां कैडेट्स को ट्रेन किया जाता है आने वाले डिफेंस एग्जाम के अनुसार। अगर आपका भी सपना है भारतीय सेना में शामिल होकर देश की सेवा करने का, तो आज ही ज्वाइन करें त्रिशूल डिफेंस एकेडमी।